Most men think that a YouTube workout or an AI plan is enough, but it only gives you a few weeks of progress, then you plateau and quit. The guys who change their body do this one thing different. They have a program built around their schedule, their exact body, and their starting point. In this video, I break down how deep real customization goes. Welcome back to Jacob's Journey, a series where I, Coach Chris Lee, take a corporate desk working man over 30 to lose stubborn belly fat and get into the best shape of his life. And if he doesn't, he pays me. For the checklist, in science, we gotta make sure we're hitting each body part 2 times per week, starting at 8 to 10 working sets because he's an intermediate. He's worked out for many years beforehand, and his rep range for every exercise between 6 and 30, just depending on which one it is, and reps in reserve, or how many reps you had in the tank after you finish your set, should be nowhere between 0 and 4. And we gotta make sure that has no hamstring work within 2 days of softball, otherwise he's going to have a high chance of injuring his hamstrings. For his personal preferences, he ideally wants to go to the gym 5 days a week, but out of experience, most guys are unable to do 3 days a week minimum, even when life gets busy, when everything is thrown at them. So we're gonna have a base of 3 days and then 2 extra days. Now, he just does not enjoy a full leg day. Most desk working men do not. He wants to focus on building his upper chest. He has a big bench press, but that built his lower chest, so it looks like a man boob. And he wants extra lower back work because he has a stiffer back. Now for the movements, we gotta make sure that these movements have to be in the program at least once per week. Corrective side, he can practice this almost every single day if he wants to, but it is gonna be integrated into his warm-up and his mobility drills on his extra days. This is Jacob's program. He has 3 foundational days and he has 2 extra days in which he's able to move around based on his schedule as long as he completes the 3 major days. Day 1, we start off with a Romanian deadlift or a hinge. The incline dumbbell bench press because he wants to focus on upper chest, and this is considered a horizontal push. A mid cable row, so he can work on his posture. With accessories, he wants to build bigger shoulders, and in terms of core stability, he has a ball plank. So now we can check off horizontal push, horizontal pull, and a hinge pattern. So for day 2, he has a lat pull down or considered a vertical pull, a high bar squat, so a knee dominant movement. So he has a shoulder press. We're actually gonna change this to kettlebells because he has left shoulder instability. Kettlebells help with stability. A cable chest fly, he's gonna aim upwards to focus on the upper chest, a cable face pull to help with posture, and then a Pallof hold so he can work on his core stability, being that his left side is weaker than his right. Now he has a shoulder press done, he has a lat pull down, he has a squat, and bang. Now we get to the last day. So we have a farmer's walk. We can go for about 30-second holds with as heavy as weight as possible. So that's his carry. Hamstring bridge and curl because he sits behind a desk all day, so these muscles behind the legs and lower back are weak. Machine chest press, low cable row, preferably mid or wide because a close grip for him is going to be too limiting for his back, and a reverse crunch because we want to develop some of his lower abs. And a single leg movement is the Bulgarian split squat. It means a weakness in glutes, quads, or hamstrings, and so we must do them to even those legs out. Primary workouts are checked off. Now to make sure the other parts of the checklist are hits, so incline bicep curl, overhead tricep extension, cable rope hammer curl, and a straight leg calf raise with a decline crunch. Now his second extra day, a reverse bicep curl, a JM tricep press, a preacher curl, a cable crossover lateral raise, and a weighted plank. For the weighted plank, it's up to 30 seconds. We definitely have each body part working out twice per week. They have 8 to 10 working sets per week. If you count secondary muscles as half of the working sets, some muscles like the biceps and triceps will be at like 12 sets starting. First block, I recommend between 8 to 15, so you get enough repetitions to practice the movement to get the right technique. Reps in reserve are completely checked off until he does them, and there is no hamstring work within 2 days of softball, which is on Thursday nights. So I made a program that ideally hits 5 days a week at the gym, 3 days minimum full body days, no 1 full leg day. Most of his chest exercises are upper chest focused, and he does have extra lower back work, which is a lot of extra core work. For all of his foundations workouts, he's going to do the McGill Big 3 to get his core ready to go. He's going to do the Lock Big 3 to make sure his shoulders are stable and ready to press. Doing band pull aparts to make sure that his posture is in the right position, that he's pulling correctly. On any day that he's squatting, he is doing the combat stretch or allowing his knees to go further over his ankles. On his 2 extra days, he's going to be doing the hip mobility drills prior to doing his arms and accessory movements. So in his case, it would be the hip 90-90, the hip opener, and a full hip complex. Now that everything's checked off, he technically has the most sound program catered to him. After his first week of working out, we're going to see how sore he was in certain body parts, if certain tendons, ligaments, joints, if certain body parts weren't recovered from each bout. And we can start adjusting further and further from there.